Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hold it right there, Abby. I've got some things to say this episode. First of
Oh,
all, I hate the dock workers, okay? Two,
okay.
yeah, I hate them. I hate them. And
Down
I
with
don't,
commies.
yeah, well, and BlackRock and
Commie
Vanguard,
bastards.
the shipping companies. I'm not a big fan of them either, but I just see everybody trying to raise the price of my bananas, and I don't like that. Get back to work, and there's Sleepy Joe not doing anything about it. So,
Nope,
hate that.
he's sleeping.
I hate
He's
it. He's
sleeping.
at he's at the beach, being a bitch, in my opinion. That's what I have to say. And then two, I'm like 3.5 hours into Starfield, and that game has got nothing but like hate. And maybe I'll figure out why, but it seems to me that everybody's just being too hard on Starfield. So now that that's out of the way, we can do the show. I need to get that off of my chest on our. Because I mean, when you have a platform such as ours, you need
It's important
to.
to talk about how Starfield is actually good. I've never played Starfield, but people have a lot of things to say about my favorite game, Kingdoms of Amalur, because it was like a fiasco trying to get it made, and it got like stopped and started, and there's some things about it that seem slightly unfinished. It's a big disappointment. But no, it's wonderful. It's just that inventory management makes you want to kill yourself. But that's most RPGs anyway. Honestly, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, except for like the JRPGs where you can hold unlimited shit, but
See, that would be nice, but we're not allowed that in America.
I just I think that the big thing with the Starfield is that it might have been a letdown to a lot of people. Maybe it was overhyped, but it's no Cyberpunk. I mean, Cyberpunk is probably one of the best games of that kind, but I don't know. I've just been to one city so far, New Atlantis, and I'm going around. I just joined the Vanguard, and I helped some people in the well turn on some circuits, and I haven't even done much of the main quest. I killed some pirates earlier, like several
Oh,
levels ago. I'm just having fun, so I don't get what everybody's fucking doing. There's a guy that talks to trees. I'm doing things for him now.
that's great.
It's neat.
Talking to trees is very cool.
It's not, but
I'm
he
trying to
likes
be
them.
supportive and positive, okay?
I just don't like it. Now I don't understand why people are being so hateful because the DLC just came out. I just have the Xbox Game Pass thing on it. I mean, I'm never going to play the DLC, but uh, you know, everybody, let's calm down and let's focus our hatred towards these dock workers.
Yes. Yeah, you know what would really solve this problem? Robots.
Yeah, they hate them.
Fucking robots. You know what we wouldn't need if we had more robots?
Dock workers.
Endless dock workers or endless immigrants, which are probably going to replace these stupid freaking dock workers.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And then the docks will be pretty inefficient. It's just like, look,
Just get the freaking robots, okay? Okay? If their jobs are obsolete, make do it. Just do it. Just do it.
I mean,
Robots.
and
It's the future. I was against the robots. I'm for them now.
I mean, I don't like them, but I mean, like, this is gonna happen. All right.
And you don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help. The dock workers, they're not here to help. The people who hate Starfield, they're not here to help. They're just bringing negativity. But us, our negativity helps. It helps your soul in your heart.
I mean, I wouldn't really go that far. I don't think that I don't think that I am like the dock worker of the internet. I'm not
No,
that important.
no, not that important. You don't get to live in a freaking mansion.
Yeah, I mean, fuck them, dude. I just like we need 77% more raise. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like everybody else is out here fucking struggling.
Let's
They're
think
like,
about,
can't even get
yeah,
fucking name brand Sunny Delight over here. Like,
yeah,
especially now, I'm
yeah,
stuck in a fucking container.
yeah. It's not coming off the container.
Where's Sunny
It's
Delight
not.
come from?
I don't know where Sunny Delight comes from. Probably like freaking Mexico or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
orange.
You could just tribe it up.
Yeah, it's not orange. It's like
No, it's not. I don't even know what it is. It's got vitamin C. I know that.
it's orange drink. They put that vitamin C in there after the fact.
Yeah, it's flavor.
Do you ever have
I like
Tang?
oranges. No, I don't think I ever had Tang. Is it better?
It's the same. I mean, it's just a
This is
powder.
terrible.
It's just a powder you put in water.
I
And
just want to remind everyone what happened to Detroit real quick, okay?
they had Eminem, and then he went many times platinum, and then
Eminem is responsible for the unions who struck until all the manufacturing got pushed overseas. Yes.
I mean, it might have been he is fiercely liberal. Everybody remembers the classic bars. That's an awful hot coffee pot. Should I smash it into Donald Trump's face? Probably not.
Probably not. It's probably not the best idea.
Even he made fun of that though. Like years later,
That's
like rather
good.
recently, he was like, he made fun of it. But yeah, Eminem,
That's good.
that
It
was
would
not
have been
his.
so good if he wasn't taking himself seriously, though. If he had just been being silly, it's fine.
No.
But he was just so upset.
Well, that and like then there's the. Have you ever heard the song and then especially seen the video for was it I Need a Doctor, which is super old now. It was fucking gay. Like when Eminem stopped being Slim Shady and he started going like, "Hush, little Haley, don't say a word." Like that shit is
Yeah.
awful. It's bad. I mean, he was amazing. He's still an astounding fucking rapper. And then I was like, oh my God, he might be back when he was like, I think I'm becoming a rap god, all of that shit. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is good. Or when he went after Machine Gun Kelly's stupid ass and made him quit rap. But then he just decides to come back and go, hey guys, it's me, being an old gay man. I don't know what his fucking problem is.
I mean, I'll say right now,
Get back on drugs, man.
Yeah, please just do that. But when I was a kid, I listened to Eminem and I knew every word to the songs he had, that were playing a lot at the time, like "Lose Yourself" and "I'm the Real Slim Shady" and like that era, and it was fun. It's silly. And it's the only rap I've ever actually enjoyed in my entire life because it's like nostalgia stuff, but still, it's very sad to me.
One of my favorite Eminem songs is on the Sound Bombing 2 album, Any Man. It's fucking amazing. Any man that would jump in front of a minivan for $100,000, bottle of pain pills, and a mini thin is fucking crazy. And
That's cute.
it's
Okay.
yeah, I mean it's just crazy offensive, and early on the Sound Bombing albums are amazing fucking mixtapes, but whatever. Anyway, welcome to the rap show.
Yeah. I only know Eminem.
The
Maybe I'll rap later.
anti-union hip hop podcast, guys. we're cool.
I don't like this show anymore.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm done.
Don't worry.
quit.
Nobody likes it anymore. It's fine. Let's try to.
Well, maybe if people get mad about this, then they'll be like, "Oh, look, these guys are dumb," and then it'll be great.
No, it's been 8 minutes and half the people have already turned it off. So now we can just do the actual format of the show. Maybe
Right.
we did. If people reposted clips, I can't do that. All of my
Well,
fucking.
I need to cut the clips first. I don't have time to go through and cut the clips.
You should cut yourself though,
I used to. I don't anymore.
just to feel.
When I was a teenager, I did that quite a bit, actually. It wasn't really worth it.
Eh,
In case anyone out there is wondering, not really worth it because you know what happens is if you don't wear long sleeves for the rest of your life, people are just like, "Oh, look at that attention-seeking whore who
Can't-
wants to show off her scars to the world." It's like, no, I'm just wearing short sleeves today, guys. It's 100 degrees outside, 70% humidity. I'm
No.
not wearing a sweater.
No, dude.
I've seen people talking about it online so much it makes me self-conscious.
I've never understood paying attention to what other people think about you. That's negative. But
It's a little self-conscious. It's just a little bit.
I could never be self-conscious. I'm beyond consciousness.
Really,
Yeah.
beyond. You're like super conscious.
No, I'm beyond consciousness. I'm asleep a lot.
Oh god. Okay, that was really dumb. Okay, I have to call on before we get into our dear Abbies. I have a mission for all Abbitches. Okay, listen up. Listen up, bitches. It's
Listen
time.
up, all two of you. Now,
We're going to war.
Here's the counter message for the Bright Dogs. Ignore what the hell she's saying and call her fat on the internet.
No. All of you should convert to the bitch life. Okay?
Yeah. It is 2024. Be a woman. That's what the Democrats say.
I'll support you as long as you support me. Maybe? I don't know. That's beside the point. Okay. Bryden is pretending to be women online. Find him and show him to me. Just go. He's on Twitter. He's stalking me in the shadows. Find him and drag him to me, okay?
The best part is, like, if I guess I'll just make it. When you never find out what it is, have you ever seen Red Dragon? It's you
have to explain it to me. I don't understand.
There's this great scene in it where he's got Philip Seymour Hoffman tied to a wheelchair, and he's
that sounds great.
On a slideshow. He's like showing all these people he's murdered. He's like, this is Mrs. Davis. Do you see? This is Mr. Davis. Do you see?
Yeah. Okay.
So that would be great to do that with the different accounts. This is Trap Mom 16. Do you see?
Do it. You gotta start dropping breadcrumbs that, like, later I'll look back and be like, oh, at least you gotta get.
I don't have to do anything
here.
I don't have to do anything.
Gosh. I had the thought, though, that I've been worrying about this and I've been looking for him, right? I've been waiting for him to interact with me, and I had the thought that maybe he never did it. Like, maybe he just lied.
That's a possibility, too.
Like, maybe there's no one to find, and I'm just going insane. The idea is just, I mean, you did used to joke a lot at the beginning that the purpose of the podcast was to just slowly drive me insane.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Just making sure we're clear on that. Anyway, dear Abby, should I take a train or a plane to somewhere? The train costs $25.
Well, where? Hold on. Where? Because if it's to Hawaii,
it's in Europe.
Oh,
it's like between countries and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Dear Abby, should I take the train or plane somewhere? Train costs $25. Overnight ride. I can smoke and drink. Okay, seats. Also, I'm not in a hurry, but it's a 10-hour trip.
Okay, then just fucking do that. What is this? You're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be on a 10-hour moving bar. Like, that sounds fun in itself, idiot.
It actually does sound kind of cool. Plane costs $100 and I arrive in half an hour, but TSA, et cetera, plus drive to and from the airport. What do I do? I don't know. It depends, because that's the very short plane ride and a very cheap plane ride. I probably would actually do the plane ride.
Okay.
So you can drink at the airport.
Sure, but plane ride, inconvenient, going through the fucking the whole thing. Then you got to rent a car, so you can't really get that drunk on the plane. Are you serious? Like, mobile party fucking device on rails.
That's
Trains
fair.
are already fucking sweet. So you do that. You're getting a lot of sleep on there. You drink for 6 hours. You fall asleep for 4. Then you get out of there. You walk into the next bar. Or you could go through all the fucking hassle of being on a plane and all this fucking bullshit. Dude, trains beat planes every fucking
you're right,
time.
Actually, I think you might be right.
Unless it's like a business trip and not a party trip. Because then just go ahead and do the plane.
I think it's just fun. Yeah, I don't think it's business.
What sounds more fun than a fucking 10-hour train ride getting drunk? Yeah.
I mean, it'd be fine. Maybe not if I was just completely alone.
Why? There's other people on the train. They've got, I would imagine, a bar car. Have you never done Amtrak?
No, never, not once.
Oh, they got a bar car.
The only time I was on a train was from London to Paris. It was the channel that goes under the lake or it goes under the water or whatever.
It's
supposed to be 2 hours.
Channel?
It's called the channel.
With a CH.
Yes.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, it was weird.
That could chuck my chick, dude.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2 hours, but there was like a problem with the tracks and it was delayed.
Terrorism.
It was for like 9 hours and we had to like switch to another train or else it was going to be longer. And I was it was a mess. That was not fun. I didn't have a good time.
This is yet another reason for choosing train over plane, though. Problem with
you could just switch to another train when it breaks.
Problem with the train. Yeah, switch to another train.
Fair.
Problem with the plane.
You
nice
die.
knowing you. Yeah, that's
a good point. I am I'm kind of glad I did not die on that train. I did just have to wait hours and hours and then switch to a new train and have to sit by strangers while my nose was like shooting blood out at them. That was fun
Okay, why's that?
because I was pregnant. It just happens
Oh,
to me. When I'm pregnant, suddenly I will get a nosebleed that's like a gusher or like legitimately would shoot out. And so I'm like super stressed. I'm super tired. I'm pregnant and my blood pressure is going up and up all throughout the day. And then we get onto this new train and I'm sitting by all these like these British strangers that were like, "Oh, governor," and
I
then
hate that.
like all of a sudden straight out hits another lady in the arm right across the way. And it was like train seats that like face each other, right? It was
Sure.
like in a C shape, so we're all like looking at each other so we can mingle or something. But I had been taken away from my group at that point because it's like
I
chaos
don't
getting
think.
from one train to
Okay, hold
another.
on, hold on, hold
So
on.
it's the
Pause.
strangers. Okay.
I don't think it's because you could mingle. I think it's for fitting as many people in there as possible
Yeah,
while
maybe
I'm
so.
out
I don't know. But I was facing
allowing
this
people to get up and
lady.
leave. But okay,
It shot blood at her, which is a biohazard too, by the
sure,
way. She doesn't know I don't have AIDS. Okay?
yeah.
She does not know that. I could have had AIDS, okay? And I'm just gushing blood and shooting blood at these people. And they're like, "Oi, governor, are you okay?" And I was like, "No, clearly not. Do you have a tissue?" And
And then
she gave me a tissue.
and then you had to figure out what the fuck, how to say tissue in British, because they call it
Yeah. Like, what
something
do you?
else.
Because I was like Kleenex, and they're like, what the fuck is a Kleenex? And
Yeah.
it's like,
Call this one a biscuity doo. That's no, England sucks shit.
yeah.
Uh,
So train. They were very polite about it, though. To be fair, the English people were very
well, I
polite.
think any civilized society, if they see some pregnant lady shooting blood out of her nose, they're gonna not just be like, "Time to fight, bitch." They're gonna find out what's wrong.
No, but I'm saying as opposed to like alarmed and helpful, they were more like, "That's all right. Don't worry about it."
Well, maybe they all shoot blood out of their nose in England.
Maybe it's just what happens there. I don't know.
I didn't know that happened. So if I saw a pregnant lady shoot blood out of her nose, I would be like, Jesus fuck, are you okay? Is that human in there? Is it gonna bust out of your stomach next? What's happening?
Dude, well, it's funny because that baby too, when she would move, she wouldn't just like kick one foot. She would be like moving all four of her limbs in like circles
no.
in different ways. So if I like, pulled my shirt or whatever tight across my belly and looked at it, it was just like an octopus was in there moving her. She's the only baby that did that, but she would do it all the time. So it looked insane.
No, I don't like
It
that. I hate
looked
that.
terrifying.
I fucking hate
And
that.
when it happened, if anyone was around me that hadn't seen it yet, I would pull up my shirt and be like, look at this. It was so freaking cool.
I wouldn't like that at all.
It was great.
The next time you get fucking pregnant, I don't want to fucking see any of that shit. That's brutal.
No, it's going to be great.
I'll get sick. I'll literally get sick.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is just what being a mother is.
Being gross?
It's just body horror. Okay? It's just body horror.
No, it's just being gross. You got a fucking xenomorph and you goddamn... Listen, you talk to me when that thing is like... how old's your youngest one? He's like fucking 5? Yeah. He's a cool chap. I can deal with him.
Real cool.
I like him.
He's learning to read too, by the way. He read
Nice.
several words with no help today, which was a breakthrough. Once that happens, it's smooth sailing from there, basically. Like once they get it in their mind, like the function of putting the letters together properly. Anyway, that's very exciting.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm
excited
not
to
really.
share the news.
When people tell me things like that, they're like, "Oh, he learned to walk." It's like I walk all the time, faggot.
Well,
Like
I get that, but he's been the most difficult one to teach to read because he won't sit still. He will not listen. He's just like, oh, okay, I did 5 minutes of this. I'm done, right, Mom? Can I go play with Legos? No, sit down.
that's an A. Anyway, I got to get back to lighting fires.
Yes. He's gonna go and find the freaking tub of ice cream as soon as my back is turned and eat the entire thing. And then you know what? Guess who has to stay up all night that night because her son is crying that his tummy hurts.
Why don't you just teach him early that like?
It's just cute.
Why don't you just teach him early that like? actions have consequences, and be like, no, sit your ass laying with your head near the fucking toilet, because if you keep acting this way, yes, you're going to be the coolest guy in the fraternity, but you need to be able to deal with the aftermath. Why am I not coaching this young child right now?
You need to.
I mean,
someone needs to help him.
You're like, look, you're going to be alone. This is, lay down. Your closest friend, linoleum, okay? It's zero, it's cool on your face. Just make sure that you're on your stomach. You don't want to be on your back, all right? Always have a bro come in and check every now and then to make sure you're not on your back. You don't want to vomit at ice cream.
It is that. It is the exact same situation.
So he's just a fucking bro. He's a fucking cool bro.
He's just getting like sugar drunk, basically.
Dude.
And he does too. He's the most sensitive kid I have to sugar. Like he will, like if you give him just slightly too much, like you could see a change happen in him. There's a certain amount that's okay, and then you barely pass that line, and he is like a Tasmanian devil, like the cartoon kind.
So he's,
like,
he's
just literally running in circles as fast as he can. It's spinning around. He's like, "Mom, check out my cool dance." He's like breakdancing perfectly. He can't do that when he's not high on sugar, by the way. The breakdancing is subpar then when he's normal.
Dude, I need to hang out with this kid. I'll just give him chocolate bars and I'll just chug 40s and we'll just be the coolest friends.
The same guy.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be amazing. We'll sit there, we'll have deep conversations towards the end of the night where we're crashing off. He's crashing out the sugar. I'm too drunk to talk. We're just like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, he fucking understands me, man.
He's going to be like, yeah, I know yesterday was the worst day of my whole life. He says that all the time. This is the worst day of my whole life. I wish it wasn't real. I wish days weren't real. Like, oh, God.
Damn, I wish days weren't real. I wish days weren't real.
Oh, we had this whole thing. Okay, I don't even remember what we were talking about before, but I do have a funny story.
We're talking about trains.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we gave advice. Get on the train. Okay.
Yeah, use the train, idiot. What kind of a dumb question is that?
You can break dance in the aisle on a train.
You cannot
can't do that in the air because those flight attendants can arrest you.
Yeah, they can. You can get arrested on a train. I literally saw it happen on an Amtrak.
Never mind.
I don't know if European trains are different, but this was a couple that got arrested. I don't know what they were doing besides being rowdy, but they were definitely arrested. And then the rest of the train didn't do like the thing they do on airplanes when they clap when somebody gets taken off the train or whatever. Mm-hmm. We all just went back to doing what we were doing.
Oh, that is like dystopian. That bothers me.
I've flown, I've done the Amtrak, and I've done the Greyhound. All right, so I've bussed long distances, Amtrak long distances, and flown long distances for America. I've never done an overseas flight.
It's terrible.
Train's the best. Train is the best. Train is always the best. It's amazing. You can get up, walk around. It doesn't matter. I love it. I did the Starline Express, which is from Los Angeles to Seattle. One of the most beautiful. They got like viewing cars and stuff. One of the most beautiful fucking trips because you're never going to that part of America ever. Just where there's train tracks in the hills. You're never going there ever.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't stop there. I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, you can't get there physically. It's totally beautiful. It's one of the prettiest Amtrak routes, and yeah, I fucking loved it. So anyway, that's your advice on that. I assume this is Kashka. Who else is in fucking Europe? What a dumb question.
Just the
you
British
dumb bitch.
Kid.
Don't tell the British kid that England is Europe. Because it's not.
You're right. Sorry.
And I agree with him. It's not.
You're both right. Sure. Great. I just I lump them in together a little bit.
I lump them.
Just like shorthand, you know?
Yeah, I lump them in with fags. But sorry, what was your story?
There's the German man as well.
There's a German?
Yeah, Marv.
Oh, I didn't know he was German. We got a French guy. Yeah. But French is part of Europe.
He's got a thick accent too. He's like a German living in Austria or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I don't need to hear it. And hopefully you were supposed to say that. I don't know.
He tells people who he is.
Oh, okay. Well,
fine.
Yeah, I gave him a couple of money one time for some clips, and that was about it.
Okay, anyway, we love him. He's wonderful. The story,
I'm indifferent to him. I am indifferent, for the record.
Okay. whatever. Okay. But the story was that recently my son was upset. Well, a couple months ago, he was really upset because he doesn't like to go to bed at night. He's one of those kids that once he makes the decision to go to sleep, he's out in seconds. But you have to convince him to do it. Like we sit there, we literally argue at bedtime sometimes because I'm like, no, buddy, you do have to go to sleep. I don't want to. Buddy, please make good choices right now. You're gonna have a better day tomorrow if you don't like cause a problem right now. And then you finally convince him, and it's like 5 seconds later, he's out like a light. It's beautiful. But anyway, he hates it. He hates
Okay.
going to bed at
See,
night.
once again, I feel like I should be life coaching this kid because,
Yeah.
like, I do that. I'll be like, all right, 11:30. Come on, you know, I'm like usually playing a video game or like working on a song or like fucking just watching stupid conspiracy videos or whatever. I'm like, okay, 11:30, and I'm like, okay, 12:45. You know, and then like,
Yeah.
and I had to fight myself looking at my beer and, you know, sitting there and I'm like, your day is going to be a lot better tomorrow if you go to bed early. See, what I really need
He's
to be.
just you. Oh, this is horrible. This is the worst realization I could possibly have is I'm raising Bryden.
Or,
What the fuck?
you know what might be the realization? I am a 5-year-old.
He's a big five. Hey, then you're tall. That makes you very tall.
That is true.
Buddy, good job. You're getting very big.
That's all I ever want people to say is good
You're
job,
so
Bryden.
tall. You're so tall.
I'm big. I'm doing a good job.
Good job. You're making great choices. Okay. I've been doing that lately. For some reason, it's the like sometimes you find a phrase that just clicks with the kid and you just have to constantly repeat it because they don't listen to anything else. Lately it's been like you make good choices, good things happen. You make bad choices, bad things happen. And he just kind of gets that for some reason. But anyway,
So he gets the idea of like
story.
fucking.
Consequences. You just
Well,
have to like
I was gonna
yeah.
say karma.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, the bad things that happen are not coincidental. They happen willfully. He gets punished. Is what I'm saying.
So you're saying, hold on, you're saying he's learning to read. How long until I can introduce him to Schopenhauer?
4 years maybe. He's pretty smart, honestly. Once he picks something up, like he's doing like double-digit additions sometimes. He's freaking 5 years old. That's
I can do fucking double-digit additions.
Yes, you're a very good boy. You're
Thanks.
very big.
I'm good at that.
You're so smart.
I know. I get to do those. Sometimes
Good
though,
job,
when they get algebra involved, when the letters are involved over there,
Yeah.
I gotta think a little more because
It's a
you
little
know.
hard, yeah.
Well, until you look onto the other side of the page where it says A equals 5, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, the answer key is supposed to be in the back, but yeah, no, my oldest is getting into that now, and I can
Algebra?
still teach it.
What a nerd.
Yeah, well, I'm forcing it. But
Okay, so she's
anyway,
not
it's
getting
a
into
process.
it. You said
No,
it like
that's
she was,
I am forcing. She has to learn math.
she's starting to learn it.
She's starting to learn it.
That's
yes.
not the same as she's getting
meant-
into algebra.
You're right. I meant like getting to, not getting into. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
man. Yeah, my oldest daughter, she likes Green Day, Evanescence, algebra, you know.
No, yeah. No, but she's been super into documentaries. There's this YouTube channel called History Time, and it's just a bunch of like archaeology type documentaries. It's cool. But the story I was telling. So my son's all upset. He doesn't want to go to sleep. And he says, Mom, why doesn't God just make night not exist? I'm praying. Like, why won't he answer my prayers? And then he
I've got
into
answers
this,
for
like,
that.
well, he got into this logic train, and this is the part that was just astounding to me. I was like gobsmacked by it. He's like, so you made me, right? Like you created me in your tummy. And I said, yes. Like he's literally going through like a train of logic with me, which is crazy
Well,
for
kids-
his age. Okay.
Well, I
Like-
yeah, I don't even think that's that great. Kids do that. Everybody, I
Not
literally
usually
heard.
so systematically.
I literally heard another woman today in a business
Fine,
meeting
sure.
talk about her kid, and she goes, "Well, she's really advanced." I'm tired of
No,
hearing
whatever,
about how
that's
smart
fine.
everybody's fucking kids are.
I'm
Tell
very
the
proud
story.
of my kids.
I'm proud
Okay.
of him too. I like him. He likes magic tricks.
Sorry.
He also thinks that I am magic.
Yeah, he does think that you're the magic man that Mom talks to on the computer. Which is weird. That's weird. That's a weird thing to grow
I'm
up
like,
thinking.
I mean, yeah.
That's-
If I ever meet the guy, I might scare the shit out of him.
oh God, he's real.
Yeah.
I've seen him in my nightmares. No, but he's like, okay, so you created me, right? Like you made me in your tummy. I said yes, but God created everything. Yeah, and God is everywhere. You told me He's everywhere, right? He's in you. He's in me. I said yeah, and he looks at me and he says, so if you made me, and God is in you, and God created everything, you're God.
Well,
And
that's
I
a
said, wait,
terrible
no.
line of logic.
No.
It's a
Well, no,
terrible
but he
line of
was
logic.
trying so hard, and I was like, wait, no. And he said, Mom, you can make the night not exist. I said, no, don't have this power. I don't have control over the day and the night. And I think I literally said that sentence. I do not have control over the
Yeah,
day and the night. And he was so mad at me because he was just like, no, Mom, these are the things you told me. Now you're lying to me. You do have the power to do this, and you won't answer my prayers. And that was a long night because I had to explain a lot of things to him. It was so funny.
You just got done telling me, and you prefaced it with the word logic train about like, yeah, my kid's a fucking genius. He thinks I'm
Yeah.
God.
Well, he was trying to work a puzzle out, is the point.
Okay, wrong. He did it wrong. Not even close to the truth. And this is keeping in line with like the bullshit you tell your kid every day, and whatever.
He's just a Gnostic, that's all.
I don't even think they were just like, obviously my mom is God. Yeah, let's just, here. Now let me explain it to you. You literally just told me my kid's a genius. He thinks I'm God. I had to explain to my child. I had to explain to my child that I'm not God, and I can't make the nighttime go away. He's so smart.
Yeah. He was really disappointed that night. Once I had finished
I think we're all
explaining
disappointed
things.
that you're not God. Because then I'd have an end. I'd be like, come on, figure it out. In this dock worker strike, I'm not asking much.
I'm trying. I am not God, in case anybody else was confused. I do not have control over the day and the night. I cannot make the night go away, and I did not create the world.
The way the world's running, it would not surprise me if you were God.
It's all my fault. All right, moving on. Someone sent me a dating profile that I think they just found the screenshot online, so I don't have a link to it.
Can you upload it so I can see it? Oh, do I need to see it? Is there a picture?
There's no picture. There's no picture of the
never mind.
person, unfortunately. It's just the bio. Hello, everybody. Hoping to meet interesting women. I'm an entrepreneur and also work as an executioner in Saudi Arabia. If that's
okay. Wait, is it actually in Saudi Arabia, or is this like an American dating profile? This is. I have to see the picture.
He doesn't live there anymore, but he says that he still goes back to do it sometimes. Basically, I don't know. There's no picture.
Is this guy Arab, or is this a joke? There's a major decision that needs to be made here.
I would assume he's Arab, or why would
I would assume he's joking. I would assume that that's hilarious and he's being a goofball. Because if he's just like, it's like, oh yeah, what's his name? Is the name shown? There's no context. There's no context for this.
Okay, but this is really funny because his jobs listed are executioner, entrepreneur, and business owner, which is really cute.
This is a bit. It's a bit.
Fine, I'll skip it. I thought it was funny. Can I finish reading it?
Yeah, finish reading it, but it's clearly a bit.
Fine. I'm an entrepreneur and also work as an executioner in Saudi Arabia. If that scares you, then I apologize. It's more like a hobby. I don't do it as often as before because I don't live in Saudi Arabia anymore.
Yeah.
Other than that, I like watching movies, going out, listening to music, etc. I'm in New York City.
Yeah, this is just a dude. See, I'm never going to tear down the fellas, all right? Even as much as you tried to trick me into doing it. No, this is just a guy being funny, and I hope he gets...
It is pretty funny.
I hope he beheads many a women in New York City.
I bet they do beheadings. I would assume that's what they do.
I'll bet he's getting head.
Probably.
Behead getting.
That funny, you know.
Head. Dome.
Oh goodness gracious.
Brain. He gets up in them guts. I think I'm out of disgusting sexual
Yeah, I was
ones.
just kind of just
I'm
waiting
kind of
for
out
you
of
to be
them.
done.
Getting in the cinnamon ring. That one's a butt one.
What?
That's a butt
I
one.
don't think that
Cinnamon ring?
it doesn't
That's a
work
butthole.
for the.
Cinnamon
Yeah,
ring is a butthole.
Yep. Okay, but in the context, that's not really like. Okay, whatever.
I don't know. The grossest one that I think it's hilarious
Okay,
is
I
get in
don't.
them guts. Get in them guts. I heard on a Kevin Smith, like Evening with Kevin Smith thing. And Jason Mewes said that. And let me get in them guts is
Dude, when I was in high school,
disgusting.
I was like, dude, that phrase that haunts me because when I was in high school, it was like a new thing that all the boys had learned to say.
Get in
And
them
they would just
guts?
scream it at you in the hallway, like, hey girl, I'd like to get up in them guts. And it would
Are you
just be like
serious?
alarming in the middle of freaking, you're just walking down the hallway and some guy would come up behind you and like tap you on the back and say, like gently, and he's not like, but still, it's just disgusting. It's gross. Like, I guarantee you, every 30-year-old woman heard this in the hallways at school constantly.
Hold on. I'm trying to think about what year this is because I'm pretty sure that I first heard it on An Evening with Kevin Smith to Evening Harder of the 2006 documentary. I literally have only ever heard it.
I was in high school
there.
in 2008.
It's probably from that. I'll bet it's from Jason Mewes. Let me get in them guts. Because that's the grossest thing I've ever heard. It's awesome.
And imagine being like a 14-year-old girl and
I do a lot.
super awkward. Yeah. Well,
got a whole full-size mirror in the main room of my home.
See, this whole time I just thought you were gay. Now we're learning. We're learning I was wrong. It's something else entirely.
Well, I'm pretty power hungry, so we know who, we know what power hungry men tend to do when they're talking about trans people. I'm not excited about a lot of what they do.
No.
It was a trans joke. That was about trans people.
Yeah, I wasn't sure for a minute because I was like, is he calling himself a pedophile?
No. Oh, Jesus. I didn't even think of that.
I didn't want to say anything.
I didn't even think of that. I was making fun of trans people.
You know what men in power like to do? They like to...
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Are we saying they both aren't? Damn, I can't believe that I didn't even think about the old Epstein Diddy situation going on with... I was thinking just trannies.
Nope.
But also trannies are,
They're power hungry, though. They want to have the power of the oppressed, which is a lot these days. It's a lot of power.
Yeah, like the dock workers.
Oh, cool. They're super oppressed down there. Oh, no. Robots can do my job better and cheaper than me.
Well, I'm just mad that
It's the same as slavery.
Bro, slavery is better than missing the more obvious bit that I just did. I was trying to make fun of trannies, and I just owned myself pretty hard.
You did. I was waiting for you to...
God damn it,
That was the point.
No, it wasn't the point.
That's all right. See, so you see the difference between us is I give you the benefit of the doubt. I go, he's clearly trying to do the more obvious, funnier thing. And you, when I make a joke, you go, why are you so stupid? Do you actually think that?
Are you just pulling the curtain on the fucking show?
I'm sorry. I was just criticizing you, really.
All right, well, it's fine. I apparently am an admitted fucking Epstein.
I need someone to clip it. Clip it. I can't talk tonight.
Please don't do that. I mean...
Clip it. Post it.
Good God.
You can clip some of the middle part in where he's like, no, I meant trans people. Just clip that part out. And then, it'll sound good.
Yeah, it's just one more thing I need to explain to people. I'm just like, look, they took it out of context, okay? I was making fun of transsexuals.
Look, if this is how we get a listener to help us clip from the show, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm not for it, though. Not a fan. I don't like that idea. I'll
All
actually
right.
pay to get
No,
you kicked off the internet.
no, we're gonna clip it and then use it to
Be like, here's our
you don't
sweet
want
new
it posted?
podcast with
You don't want it
pedophiles.
posted? Bryden, you don't want it posted. You got to reveal the Twitter accounts. You have to post this is me, Bryden.
It's not worth it to me.
You'd rather be a pedophile and then give up on your bit.
See, this is another way in which
true
trannies
comedian.
are fucking everything up. Because if it wasn't for them, I would have been like, oh yeah, people in power fuck kids. But like, here's the trannies. They're going, hey, guess what? It's not just the priests and the fucking Epsteins. It's us too, poor people.
It's all
Power hungry guys in tech that are ruining your games. You can't play Dragon Age. I've never played a Dragon Age game. Can't play it. It's got weird breast reduction, like removal scars in the character creation for some reason. Yeah, I thought it was fake
Is there
too.
a new Dragon Age?
I guess so. And you would fit right in.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's a game made for no boob women.
No, they literally have like top surgery. They call them top surgery scars.
Yeah. I think they had that in in the new Baldur's Gate too, which just like buried in the set, like in the character creation.
That's
You
fucking.
don't have to do it.
That's fucking ridiculous. Well, of course, you don't have to do any of the character creation, but that's still ridiculous because if you're gonna be an elf, why wouldn't you just be a lady elf?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a lady. Well, be a real lady then, or
See,
I'm
that's
a
the
man.
thing.
Be a real man.
That's the thing, is if we're talking about dysphoria, wouldn't that give you dysphoria to play as a character with the scars showing that you're not naturally the gender you feel like you are, right? Wouldn't it be less dysphoric to just be the male character or be the woman character?
Yep.
Because you're telling us you are a normal woman or you are a man. Like you are these things, then just be that character. Why do you need scars?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make you dysphoric? Is the basic question. Like, of course it would if you actually have that disorder.
Yeah,
but I
because
guess these people just don't anymore.
No, most people don't, and it's just like a fucking thing people do politically. You kiss my ass. I like. I'll bet there are some people out there that legitimately are like, because I way long years ago, on one of my podcasts, I talked to this guy who he talked very. This was before the trans movement thing really like took off, and he, I was a tranny, and talked very negatively about the whole thing, and was like, yeah, it's like a disorder, and talked about like as a child they would cover their dick with a towel and stuff like that in the bathtub and stuff like that, like from a real young age. And I forget if they got like any of the surgeries and stuff like that, but they were fiercely unhappy.
It's a real mental disorder. It's just that
I don't think all these people have it.
This big activist thing and this big cultural thing and this big like if you have super lefty parents, they will love you for it. If you are this, there's pressure for the kids.
That's
or like it just makes you unique. You get praise. You get everyone gets to be very proud. You get to have a parade and nobody can ever talk bad about you because it's hate speech and all this stuff that muddies the waters quite a bit. I would imagine that the people with actual gender dysphoria, the mental condition, are pretty mad about this. And actually recently, I followed Brianna Wu out of curiosity because she was talking about this.
Oh, that's
I don't even she.
Oh,
the Gamergate girl,
yeah,
guy, whatever. I don't know because the way this person is talking, it's like, oh, I mean, I would just be like, these are a bunch of weirdos and ignore you if they were all like this person talking about it because this person is like, yeah, I have like actual dysphoria and these people are ruining everything for me. I literally just wanted to fit in and blend in. Like,
are you saying that attention-seeking fucking dickhead Brianna Wu, who made I can't remember what that fucking game was, but it was terrible. Gamergate was a long time ago.
I don't even remember how that person fits into it.
This was, God, it was 10 years ago.
One of the harassees or something? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, fuck all the people on the wrong side of Gamergate.
I'm not saying that I agree with this person on literally anything they're saying. I'm just saying that it
It's
does
also
seem
been
like
10
there's
years.
a few of the older ones who are a little cranky about the situation. That's literally all I'm saying.
Well, I don't know. They were part of the upbringing of this whole fucking thing. But also, I mean, dude, it's been 10 years since Gamergate, so whatever. People change, and, I, I don't particularly care. But yeah, I just remember Brianna Wu is a really fucking lame dude.
Well, they were all very annoying. Yeah, you're right. That was a long time ago. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's a
I
long
don't think
time.
anyone really cares anymore. Okay, let me do at least
I
one
mean, I care.
story
I care.
about Gamergate.
Yeah.
You care about Gamergate?
I care about ethics in gaming journalism. I mean, you can't.
Oh, it's so important.
Well, it literally is, dude. But
No, I got that. No, that's fine.
that's where my hatred of journalists really started.
That's funny because, like, that to me, I remember when it was going on, and I was just really confused because I was like, yeah, journalists lie and stuff. Like, what? Why are we concerned about video games right now?
Well,
Like,
because
this is not surprising to me. And also, like, I, don't
because
know, I was really confused about the Zoe Quinn thing because when I found out the game was free, I was like, oh. So it's just not even making any money. What is the point?
she
of
made
trying
plenty
to
of
get
money.
good reviews?
She made plenty of money.
Yeah, but off the outrage, right?
It's
Like, if the game is free, what is she making off
she
that?
dude, she made. I don't remember the specifics,
I just
but
don't understand the point of even sleeping around for good reviews for her for a free game. That's all I'm saying. It just seems weird.
if they're lying about this for favors or whatever, they lie about other things for favors. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
games aren't fucking cheap. All right, like I will be. I was saving it till the end for the little plugs thing, but tomorrow I'm gonna be when it comes out. I'm gonna be playing Until Dawn on stream. That's a $60 fucking game.
Oh
All
yeah,
right,
games are
like
very expensive.
do you think I have fucking infinite $60? No. Like most people,
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty fortunate. I'm not, rolling it or anything, but I'm pretty fortunate. I can buy several games a year. Uh, for a lot of people, you get like three, you know, games a year that are like, full price games. And,
Hmm.
especially 10 fucking years ago.
I would think that's about what we do unless we find like a humble bundle for a bunch of GOG games for $15 or something.
Right.
We do a lot of sales and humble bundles, but like a full price game, yeah, max 3 a year.
Exactly.
Not usually even that. We
Yeah.
will wait for something to go on sale for a couple years. It's not worth that much money.
Well, I mean, the reason I'm playing Starfield on the Game Pass is because fucking Ryzen told me about it. He was like, it's on Game Pass. Because I was like, I could get it, for $42 on sale. I don't know if it's going to be good. Kind of wish I would have got it, honestly, but whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, you only get a couple a year. And the corruption in that whole thing really upset people. Because,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
bullshit. It's a
Well,
waste of money. And
it's
then, obviously, they do it in all of journalism. Quite frankly, it was assumed, but at the time, I thought, well, Fox conservative, MSNBC is right, left wing, whatever. Yeah, it started my hatred of journalists. And I hate journalists because they're a
well, I'm glad
shitty
it at
class
least
of people. They're a
did that.
shitty class of people. You're not journalists, if there's any of you listening. You're not special. You're not part of the upper echelon. You're not even you're not the bourgeois. You're not even the bourgeoisie. You're just trash. And stealing people's money is not okay.
No, stealing people's money's not okay. I'm glad your eyes were open to the scum that journalists are. You know, when I was a kid and I thought of a journalist, I would think like
Badass, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
well, like a cute girl with like a news cap on that's like really gonna get
Yeah.
to the heart of the story, and she's like sneaking around a factory investigating, trying to find corruption.
That's
you
just
know,
sucking dick.
like that's
just
what I thought it was.
No, she's just sucking some dude's dick and being like, I guess I'll take all this money and influence. Yeah, that's all it is. Like, and the guys are just like getting their dick sucked and taking all that influence. Yeah. It's it's sex, money, and corruption, and it's terrible. I mean, there's a few good journalists out there. One of the best ones just recently spoke, Julian Assange. How long did he fucking spend in goddamn fucking
Well, he's
prison?
more like the girl with the news cap. He's, really taking risks for something he cares about and trying to like put out truth, right?
Yeah,
He's a little bit more like the girl with the news cap.
he was in solitary confinement for like 8 fucking years. I mean, like,
Pretty big risk.
hey, but anyway, we'll do the rest of the show for the last 10 minutes, but nobody ever questioned about what happened to Seth Rich, all right? Because, I don't know, it was just a robbery gone wrong, and the Russians gave that to Julian Assange, right?
I thought he killed
No!
himself.
Don't connect, what, you thought Seth Rich, the guy that got shot?
Wasn't that what it was at the time?
Seth Rich.
Seth Rich. Didn't he shoot himself in the back of the head?
I think it was
Wasn't
a torso.
that the whole thing?
No, it was a robbery gone wrong.
Was that someone else? Someone did, though. Someone, like...
Hold on. Are you talking about people shot in the back of the head? Hold on. Let me bring up that big list.
Okay, we're not going to go through any lists. We're not talking about it. We're not talking about this in relation to any, former presidents or their wives. Or we're just going to move on.
All those people.
So our Reddit advice segment.
Even some recently. Even some recently.
How
do you shoot yourself in the torso tied to a tree with a fucking shotgun? You're tied around with a cable cord? I don't know. Look it up.
Okay. Am I the asshole for this is from r/am I overreacting, by the way? Am I the
That's a new one.
Am I overreacting, for wanting a divorce after finding thousands of photos of myself sleeping on my wife's phone?
You got to ask why first.
My wife and I have been together for 11 years and have 3 amazing kids together. We have never had any serious issues. She's a great mother and has been nothing but an amazing partner for all these years. However, the other night I was looking for a picture of our son on her phone and I found an album called, in parentheses, my name, Sleeping, with 9,631 photos of myself sleeping over the years.
That's
that's over 11 years.
Okay, but also, I mean, that is a ton. How many? Hold on. How many nights? How many nights are there in 11 years? So, let's do 365 times 11.
We're gonna do math.
I'm doing it right now. That's only 4,015. So they're over by a lot, but also sometimes you can accidentally set your phone to like take a picture and you set it on the shutter shot thing. Will it take like 20 pictures at once? Have you ever done that?
I never take one picture. I never do the shutter thing you're talking about, but I always will take 5 or 6 pictures because one of them will be better than the rest.
Sure.
Like my hands are a little shaky and stuff. Like I don't ever take one picture.
I mean, but that's still 4,015. 9,000 something. I mean, that's a shit ton.
It's like a little over double.
Yeah, that's a lot. But
so it's 2 a night.
That is weird. But I mean, there's nothing like. Go on. I don't know.
She never told me about this or sent me any of the photos. It's just me sleeping in numerous different angles. I can't even believe I'm writing this, but I am so creeped out and I don't know how to move forward. I confronted her about the pictures, and she just got annoyed that I had her phone and offered no explanation. I feel very violated and am uncomfortable sleeping next to her. I feel like I can't be with this person anymore. What should I do? This is weird, right? Am I overreacting? Yes, you're overreacting.
You are overreacting.
This is ridiculous. She is weirded out by you being this freaked out about it because let me tell you something. You 100%, I can promise you this right now, based on the information in this post, when you are sleeping, sir, you are adorable. You are cute and peaceful and handsome, and she might just love you. Okay? You might just be super duper cute when you're sleeping.
See, I was thinking there's that, or she's making fun of you. And either way, you're married. But either way, you're married. I would maybe just press the issue a little bit and be like, okay, really, why are you taking so many goddamn pictures of me while I'm sleeping? Like, I don't think it's I'm going to divorce her worthy.
People don't talk
Erica
anymore.
Erica could take pictures of me all the time, and it would not bother me. I don't understand that.
It's weird, right? I would think, honestly, I think if I found that, I would go, oh, wow, he really loves me. He's like taking pictures of me while I'm peaceful and asleep. Like, I would not assume something insane because he says they've been together for 11 years. I've been married to my husband for 11 years. We've been together a couple years longer than that, if you count dating in there. Yeah, at this point, I think I would know if he was good. Like, he probably would have killed me in my sleep by now if that was going to happen. Like, it's been a while. I've pissed him off quite a few times. Like, it would have happened by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's been 11 years. This isn't year 2
You
now. You know her. Like,
you know what I'm mostly concerned about?
hmm.
Why has this bitch had the same phone for 11 years? Is it cloud storage? Do we know?
It's
Is she
probably
uploading?
cloud storage. The only reason I don't have all photos I've ever taken on my phone, because I've had the same, I've been on the same phone plan for forever, is because I refuse to do backup to cloud. I won't sign into it. I don't like the idea of my pictures going on cloud because I have a lot of like memes saved that are edgy and I just don't like it. It's all mixed up with the kid pictures. I don't know.
See, I don't do that. I don't do the cloud storage. And then when I lose a phone, the pictures are just gone. If they're not out there on the internet, which there's tons of pictures of me out there on the fucking internet. It's weird. Guys on the Discord have tons of pictures of me or whatever. And screen caps and like, okay. If it's not out there, like I have no pictures of me as a child or anything like that. All of it. I put it out there and that's what you get. But I don't do the cloud storage. I just can't imagine being mad about this. Like, I thought it was going to be something way worse. He was like, we've been together 11 years. I'm thinking you're getting a divorce. So she has a bunch of weird pictures of you? Like, dude, it's not even like, if it was like, she takes pictures of my genitals every night, that would be like, oh, that's fucking strange.
Okay, yeah, that would be bizarre because then I would assume
but even
it's
then,
posted somewhere and she's making money and she's not sharing the money with you.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, where? Because if it's just you sleeping, if she is like just posting pictures of you sleeping out there on the fucking Chinese internet or some shit like that, there's definitely a way to approach and you go, what are we doing with this here?
Yeah.
And I would like some of that revenue.
Well, that too. You got to share the money. He should get probably more than 50 because it's his likeness, probably like 70.
70-30. Yeah, 70-30 split.
I think that's fair. I think that's really fair. She's like his agent.
Well, to be fair, she has set all this up, so she should go for an extra 5 to 10%. But
I can sympathize with that because it was her idea to begin with that he's only modeled. Okay, you're making good points here. But what I would think, though,
this is how Weinstein worked, and you just fell for it, by the way.
Oh no, no. Oh God, we're both pedophiles now. Something. I don't know. No, I think I'm just a rapist. I don't know.
Weinstein wasn't a pedo.
Right, just a rapist. Okay. Good.
Well, I don't even think he did that,
better.
but that's listen. I don't even think he raped, but
much better.
I think he coerced, but that's not rape.
Right. Okay. So I
he
feel
wasn't
better
great.
about myself now. Thank you.
He wasn't great, except as a producer.
Oh, good.
All those women got those jobs. He's just a shrewd.
He did deliver.
He's a shrewd businessman.
Oh God.
And those women got those jobs. They're starlets.
The reason why your wife dismissed you and was like, "What? It's just pictures," is because you didn't tell her how you feel about it. Like you're just like, "Hey, why do you have all those pictures of me sleeping on your phone?" And she's like, "What? Just because? What do you mean?" And walks off. Right? That's what I'm picturing here. Maybe you should tell her that it has concerned you before you divorce her.
Yeah.
Maybe people need to speak to each other. Okay? And I understand that you get all up in your head and you make all these assumptions about intentions and what, they might be thinking because you can't read their mind and all of this. But every time I've ever gotten like that, I work myself up and I'm all nervous and I go and try to bring the thing to my husband and we have a big talk about it. And afterward, I'm like, oh, well, I was pretty dumb. Like, that's usually what happens.
So he dentist you.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it! All right, we're gonna go. We're out of time for today. I have to go have a row with my husband, as the British say. Have a row.
We are there at the end of the show. We are there at the end of the show, but I do think you got dentist.
That's all right. I'm gonna beat him up.
Oh, he'll whip you. But
He probably, yeah.
he's bigger than you now. He's trying to lose weight.
Well, and it's just the muscle density is different on a man, you know? It's a problem. Trying to wrestle. Oh my god. Okay, look, it doesn't matter. The point is, I told him he was not allowed to tickle me one time, and I learned, okay? Doesn't matter that we're the same height and stature. He's
Nah,
a man and I'm a woman. I got tickled so bad. I thought I was gonna pee myself. It was a problem.
You know that, you go get the tickles.
I'm good with the tickles. I learned a lesson. That's for sure.
Now, as we wrap up the show here, because I do have to piss so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy's a jackass. I can't. And now I'm against this guy. And I never thought I'd side with the lady that has 9,000 pictures over 11 years of a dude sleeping. I would just ask politely. I'd be like, "Hey, I was looking at a picture of her son. Maybe I shouldn't have been snooping, but what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
That's weird, right?
It
is weird, right? We've been laying
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little weird, but once she tells him that it's just like, oh, when you're out of town, I miss you, or like whatever her dumb reason is, which is probably something
So
innocent.
many pictures, though. How big is the fucking SD card in her goddamn phone? Can you even put SD cards in phones anymore?
It depends on the phone. It depends.
I mean,
sometimes you have to just kind of search around for which model because it'll be like the same company. And like the newer model has it, but for some reason the one previous did not, but the one before that did, or whatever. That's what we found. Because my husband really appreciates being able to put an SD card in.
Yeah. Check and see if he has 9,000 pictures of you sleeping.
I actually literally have never and he doesn't have his locked or anything. I've literally never picked up his phone and gone through it. In our 11-year marriage, not once have I ever thought to do it. And I think it came up the other night where he was like, he said, like, have you ever done this or that? I was like, no, I don't touch your phone. Unless you hand it to me and ask me to text someone for you because you're driving. I don't touch your phone. And he goes, what? Oh, okay. He just assumed
I go through your phone all the time.
Oops. No, just kidding.
No, I never go
Apparently,
through it.
I should have been looking. I don't know. Apparently, I had permission and I had no idea.
You should never go through anybody's phone. One, it's an invasion of privacy. Two,
it is.
If you feel the need that you have to go through your phone, you're either going to find what you already know is going to happen, or you're a complete fucking dickhead. So.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna upset the other person. You're screwed either way, for sure.
Yeah.
Like if you're completely convinced, like you have to be ready for the relationship to end if you're going snooping, because it's probably going to happen whether they're doing it or not.
The last time that it was one of the only times, because smartphones haven't been around that long through most of my adult life, but it was my ex-wife, and I'm not getting into details because whatever. But she had been like talking to some guy, and I was like, that's fucking devastating,
Yeah.
And I don't even know how Erica's phone works. She's got all kinds of different fucking apps on it. She's like, do this to try to get me to pull something over, whatever. I never know how to do it. It's set up different than my phone. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just have my phone the way that I like it. But yeah, there's no reason to go through anybody's fucking phone.
No. I just think about, like, what do I talk about with my sister, with my girlfriends? Does my friend who had a baby recently, who was talking about, like, the postpartum healing process, which can get pretty disgusting and embarrassing to discuss, like, does he need to see that? Probably not. And I don't need to see what he's talking to his brother about. Like, there's literally no reason that I need to know what they talk about in private, especially if maybe he asked for advice on me at some point or anything like that, which I doubt he ever would. They just don't talk like that, I don't think.
No, guys don't do
that.
Guys don't do that. Women's phones are way more interesting because they actually do talk about men.
Yeah,
but
we're talking about like embarrassing stuff. Like he doesn't need to know that about my sister or my best friend or anything like that. It's private. And it's not my private stuff. It's their private stuff that I'm worried about. You know what I mean?
I just, in general, like other people's phones are not that fucking interesting to me
Yep.
because
His
even
would
if
just
it
be a bunch of dumb jokes and videos,
well
probably.
even
If I
if
had to guess.
yeah, I mean, but like even if it involves me, it's just like what people are just wrong about me. Like
Yeah.
I don't really care what people think about me. They're wrong, even if they're right. I think that yeah, even if they have something complimentary to say, the only thing I can think is you don't know the half of it, you idiot. You're so wrong. So doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. I am the one and only, and I think that's the show because I have to pee really bad. We're
Yep.
at an hour 5 minutes.
Yep.
I'm gonna do my plugs here first. Tomorrow, if you're listening to this tonight, 11 a.m. Until Dawn comes out on Friday, the 4th of October. And as soon as I get that shit installed and get the settings right, so probably around noon, I'm going to be playing that. Never played it before. Everybody says just play it. The first Supermassive game. Played all the other Supermassive games. I'm going to play it. So choose your own adventure on the Until Dawn remake. I'm looking forward to it. Great horror experience, supposedly. Was previously only available on PS4. Now available tomorrow on PS5. So I'm going to be there drunk and doing my fun streams. You can check it out on YouTube or kick.com/Bryden Proctor.
Great. You can find me on Twitter at OctoAbbey with an I. And you can send me any Dear Abbeys or Dear Dr. Proctors there. And also find Bryden. Please just find him.
Can't find me.
Find him. Please help me. Help me. You're my strongest soldiers. And I love you.
Whoa.
Do you love
Amber
me?
is the color of your energy.
If you love me, you. Is that a hint?
Maybe. Or I could just like that song.
You sang it earlier too.
Hey, Jude. Don't
God, now
make
you're
it
giving me a
bad.
different one. Damn it. This is a problem. I was just going to start singing songs and names. Okay, thank you everyone for listening and have a great week. Secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we are the only ones you can trust are here to help. And I am going on Twitter and looking for Bryden right now.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.